Hey, it's Emily here to provide sustainable tips for any adventure style. Today I have a recommendation for a sustainably minded closed door restaurant in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Buenos is estimated to have more closed door restaurants than any other city in the world. I say estimated because obviously it's hard to verify since, they are closed door. But I have heard about this aspect of Argentine culture for years, and our robot overlord ChatGPT agrees, so I believe it. One of the key reasons for this BA reputation is Casa Coupage, founded in 2005. The owner and creator, Santiago, is an incredible sommelier with a fun and disarming approach to wine tasting and menu pairing. He believes that wine tasting is very personal and traditional norms of sommeliers are too influential. Telling a taster what notes to sense or what pairings are best before the person has had the chance to experience it themselves sullies the individuality of taste. Instead, he leads the 8 to 10 nightly guests through a blind tasting in which we sampled, relayed initial impressions, and then had the opportunity to pair it with 2 or more courses at a time. Without preconceived notions from Santiago, all 8 of us had varied answers throughout the night. He also peppered in some educational sommelier pro tips. For example, by installing a lighting feature in the center of his table, he taught us how tipping red wine over a bright light reveals the age of the wine, with more intense and deep red tints coming from younger bottles. Honestly, the whole night felt like an anti-snobby, easygoing masterclass in wine tasting. Now, you might be saying to yourself, cool, Emily, you had a great experience. What does this have to do with sustainability? Girl, let me tell you. First of all, closed door restaurants are so socially and culturally sustainable. By avoiding high overhead costs of larger staff and rent for a restaurant space, these talented chefs and sommeliers retain a much higher profit. Plus, you get a much more intimate cultural experience dining in a smaller group in a local's home. Furthermore, all of the food on their tasting menu is organic and grass fed, with much of the produce and all of the herbs coming from their personal terrace garden. They also made clear efforts to use local ingredients whenever possible, such as the Argentine sole in the ceviche, Patagonian trout, Argentine beef, of course, and even floral pink peppercorns from the Chinese moche tree, which is native to Argentina. I also appreciated how they dabbled in vegan cooking techniques, even on the carnivores menu. The mushroom dish was my favorite of the night and included fermented cashew cream. And of course, when the wine labels were revealed at the end of the meal, all 7 were Argentine. I highly recommend you book an evening with Casa Coupage during your visit to Buenos. You will be welcomed into the 19th century home of a world-class sommelier with highly elevated local and organic flavors. The Casa Coupage team is so passionate and creative that they change the wines every night and the food often, so I wouldn't be surprised if you dine in at the beginning and end of your trip. Use the link in the caption below to make your reservation, and remember, by using even just one of my restaurant recommendations, you will make your